Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera to everyone. We are from Group 8 and we will present the topic of robotic automation process to automate business process. My name is Amira Aini and my group members are Shashi Taran Kupan, Sankara Sri Batu Malai, Chu Kiaki and Hanis Hanini. In this topic, we will present 5 subtopics, which is introduction about RPA, current issues of RPA, challenges and solution of RPA, benefits of RPA, and the last one is examples of RPA.
Good day everyone. Before we share our knowledge about our research, let me give an introduction on the topic that we have researched, which is robotic process automation. Robotic process automation, as known as RPA, is a modern knowledge which may replicate or duplicate humanoid movements on supercomputer structure in the automation of robotic software processes. Most of the present scientific research concentrates on the earlier stage of RPA, the implementation of robot process automation, for example, in the exploration of automation tasks. The presentation that we are going to give explains how robotic process automation is used and how the future enterprises technology will automate business processes. The product efficiency of a company or corporation is actually important because there would be no end product if there isn't a production, and there would be no buyer if there are finished goods that are the final products. One thing we have to take into account is that there is no benefit if there is no customer. The more the client we get, the more revenue or benefit our company can generate. That's what we call a profitable company. In addition to this, we have to produce the finished goods quickly enough for the customer who looks forward to our products, and there is the need for robotic process automation for being a successful organization in the competitive business environment. The research proposed addresses the world's current problem and describes how the company should use or include robotic process automation in the business processes to.
Robotic Process Automation is a software that mimics repetitive human tasks. RPA software does so many courses fast and flawlessly that there is really no need for a human to do them. And it is evident that most organizations have slowed down due to the economic recession induced by the coronavirus. And these are examples of how RPA helps during pandemic COVID-19. As organizations are getting back on track, a digital workforce was introduced to support the organizations and to help deal with the backlog of work. It's also proved useful in overcoming the crisis. Adapting RPA could help employees as it support labor market dynamics, reduce losses associated with repetitive tasks and tasks that require considerable strength, adds flexibilities and endurance to work and the company culture. Cost reduction. We can identify high-value processes that we can automate to prevent costly and manual efforts. Digital workers can be trained to work across any function, and this includes order processing, finance, service desk tasks, and others. Next is paper become paperless. During COVID-19, the transformation and adoption of electronic content management become a new necessity for organizations. With easy-to-use intelligent document processing solutions, we can identify and extract data from structured and semi-structured business documents. RPA also can help in digitize and make business paperless. Next, enables staff to work with data effectively while self-isolating. The biggest challenge during COVID-19 is the struggle to ensure that all staff has access to the tools and data they need to support critical business. Software robots adopt and accelerate the setup of the existing remote working tools of an organization and can serve as intermediary support. It can have privileged access to data source and can help in getting data extract from different sources and exchange to employees who do not have access to the tools directly so that they can do the work without consent. reflect in Malaysia. The COVID-19 crisis is accelerating the transition to automation at an unprecedented pace as companies turn to virtual employees and automation to complete the tasks. The increasing demand for the adoption of robot-based solutions is creating potential opportunities for the growth of RPA market. Empowering human workers with bots will enable them to solve even more complex issues and innovate more creative solutions. And this frees up time for human talents to work on more creative tasks and begin the process of addressing process and system improvement in response to the global crisis.
Hi everyone, my name is Shukashi. Today I would like to present about the challenge of robotic process automation to automate business process. The first challenge is design application range. Through research on many companies that use RPA in their business, it is found that most companies cannot maximize the benefit of RPA because the scope of application is not properly designed. Second, cybersecurity and vulnerability also a challenge to RPA. Because RPA usually involves access to various data, this makes it more likely to be targeted by malicious users and hackers to steal confidential data. Next, the RPA was lack of end-to-end process flow. Based on the research, the mechanism of RPA operation is in a closed system. We cannot understand the coordination within the department of RPA. Hence, we lack a holistic perspective on how the department influence each other in the operation. On the other hand, the implement of RPA also irrational boycott by employees. Some employees are not willing to cooperation because they are dismissed for fear of losing their value in the company. In fact, this is caused by wrong perception and ideas. The next challenge faced by the RPA is need time to test and troubleshoot. RPA robots do not have the ability to make subjective judgment, and the RPA is incapable to face new situations. The last challenge of RPA is the company technical requirement. The RPA system requires a group of professional programmers and technicians to develop and maintain the system. Obviously, to apply the RPA system properly, a certain level of technicality is mandatory for the company. In case the company does not achieve the requirement, they need to outsource RPA to the specific companies such as Automation X, Automation Anywhere, Blueprint, and Client System. Let's talk about the challenge and solution of robotic process automation to automate business process in Malaysia. The main challenge is cost. Above 17 to 80% of Malaysian industry are labor-intensive industry. Compared to using new technologies such as RPA, Malaysia SME are more inclined to hire employees to complete tasks because Malaysia's labor costs are relatively low. On the other hand, companies are worried that they will face extra budgetary costs that will lead to higher overall costs when implementing the application of RPA. In order to promote the popularization of automation and digitalization in Malaysia, Malaysia 2021 budget has allocated an additional 150 million to assist Malaysia's small and medium enterprise in using automation technology in their operation.
Hi, my name is Amira Aini and I will present about the benefits of RPA to automate business process. RPA can be used in the banking sector, hospital sector, education sector, and also order management where repetitive tasks are involved. In the banking sector, RPA can be used in the reconciliation process, trade finance, corporate loans, retail credit assessment, and retail fraud detection. In the health sector, RPA can reduce the time required to carry out the same functioning for every customer and also reduce the operational costs. It gives a better productivity as compared to a human. Besides that, the education sector, RPA can be used to handle data in any organization and to automate other paperwork formalities, thus saving paper. And by using the RPA, can help in the order management in the business company. The key benefits of using it in the order processing are improve the order efficiency, decrease the order fulfillment time, and saving in order reward expenses. Other than that, RPA can give a lot of benefits, such as processing capability. When the processes are micromanaged, this will allow the company to track the deficiency and introduce steps to facilitate further optimization, reduce the error rate and chance of delivery, improve regulatory enforcement, which is to monitor each step and to record it systematically, and also improve the customer satisfaction by developing the relationship with the client and increasing customer loyalty. Due to the pandemic COVID-19, thermal screening using infrared thermometer is used in public places. This prevention is still lacking because it spends more time to checking the temperature of the body from every person. So Malaysia have been creating the technology automation for prevent the lacking issue, which is thermal camera. The thermal camera integrate technology to smart helmet and correlated with IoT technology for evaluating screening process to obtain real-time data. The COVID-19 pandemic is give Malaysia to advancing the digital transformation journey among organizations. Industries such as healthcare, financial services, and public sector are actively implementing the RPA to help many people with the financial, health, and central issue of their life during this pandemic.
Good day to everyone. My name is Shankara Sri Batumale, metric number 281865. I'm one of a group member from group number 8. So today my part from this presentation is about examples of robotic process automation and its usage. So let me see what are the examples. Firstly, about call center operation. Second, data migration and entry form processing. Third, receipt or invoicing processing. Fourth, about RPA in healthcare industry. And fifth, about RPA in telecom. Now, let me see what are the usages in the example of robotic process automation. First, call center operation. RPA can help consider all the information about a customer on a single screen, so the agent have all the information they need from a multiple system to provide exemplary service. Second, data migration or entering and form processing. RPA can support this manual process and complete it without introducing any human error, and can read the form and then get data into the system. Third, receipt or invoicing processing. RPA is updating the customer's relationship management system, setting up the client in the billing system, and imputing data into sales metric and monitoring system. Fourth, healthcare industry. RPA helps in web-based planning of patients for medical service arrangement and can be improved with this innovation. Finally, about the telecom. RPA helps to monitor the profile of a customer who register for postpaid accounts and make it easier way to simplify generating the data. Now, as the last part of my slide, I'd like to talk about a reflect in the usage of RPA in Malaysia. It's an obvious fact that Malaysia needs to improve its financial efficiency on of the chance that it is to thrive in the year to come, with by a large profitability declined by 3.6 percentages in December 2017 as per late examination. From extra abilities preparing to interest in innovation, the public authority is pushing to address this test. Nonetheless, one arrangement has arisen that is nearly customized for Malaysian: Robotic Process Automation, RPA. Thank you from me.
Hi guys, I think we have arrived at the end of our presentation today. As a conclusion, in a view of this observation, it is seen that with just a few of the solutions available on the market and only partially covering the phases of research, RPA's majority software products cover fully implementing, tracking, monitoring, as well as evaluating and performing phases. Most documents consume a relatively science interest, however, as numerous of the loan clarify the theoretical basis for RPA, which is Robotic Process Automation, and others identify manufacturing observation or RPA meeting in particular scenarios. At the end of our presentation or our study, what we have got to know is that RPA is really playing major role in manufacturing industries, and manufacturing industries need the help of RPA to survive in the competitive business world.